Good morning, girls. I, Mrs. Dorothy Timothy, once again extend you all a warm welcome to our history class. We shall now continue with lesson number 4, the freedom struggle of 1857. Hope all of you have revised the previous topics of the lesson and done with the assignments. The topics which we will cover today are scope of the struggle, leadership of the struggle, crushing of the struggle, causes of failure of the struggle, consequences of freedom struggle, Queen's proclamation, change in composition of the army, changes in the policy. Now, the scope of the struggle. After the capture of Delhi, the revolt spread to the whole of North India. The soldiers in the cantonments from Bihar to Rajasthan rose in revolt. The revolt spread to Lucknow, Allahabad, Kanpur, Banaras, Bareilly, Jhansi, and later to South India. Then later it spread to Nagpur, Satara, Kolhapur, Nargund in western India. The royal queens of Peth, Sargana from Nashik district also participated in the revolt. About 400 female beels participated in the revolt at Khandesh. Now the leadership of the struggle in respective places. Satara, Chhatrapati Pratap Singh and his officer Rangu Babuji. Kolhapur, Chima Sahib. In Nargund, Bala Saheb Bhave. And in Ahmednagar, Bhagoji Naik. In Khandesh, Khajar Singh. In Satpura, Shankar Shah. Delhi, Bahadur Shah Zafar. And Delhi, Bahadur Shah Zafar. Kanpur, Nana Saheb Peshwa and Tatya Tope. Jhansi, Rani Lakshmibai. In Bihar, Kunwar Singh. Rohilkhand, Maulvi Ahmadullah. And in Ayodhya, Begum Hazrat Mahal. Now the nature of the struggle. The revolt began as the outburst of discontent among the soldiers. It acquired national dimension due to the participation of the Hindus, the Muslims, the members of various classes like zamindars, kings, artisans, peasants, castes, nobility, tribes, and common people. An armed struggle of the people of India to end the oppressive rule of the British had begun. It gained a national form. Now, crushing of the struggle. Initially, the revolters succeeded, but within 6 months, the British recaptured most of the lost territories. They crushed the struggle by all means. Bahadur Shah was arrested and sent to prison at Rangoon. Rani Lakshmibai, Kunwar Singh and Ahmadullah lost their lives on the battlefield. Nana Saheb and Begum Hazrat Mahal took shelter in Nepal. Tatya Tope fought for the next 10 months. However, he was hanged. Thus, the struggle was ruthlessly suppressed by the end of 1858. Now, the leaders of the struggle are Mangal Pandey, Tatya Tope, Rani Lakshmibai, Bahadur Shah Zafar, Nana Saheb, and Begum Hazrat. Next, causes and failure of the struggle. The struggle did not take place all over India at once. Its intensity was more in North India, whereas Rajputana, Punjab, Some parts of Bengal and northwest in India remained aloof. There was lack of central leadership, coordination, and no uniformity in struggle. The majority of the rulers of the Indian princely states and the educated Indians kept away from the struggle. Indian soldiers were brave but lacked tactics and had limited arms. The British had unified leadership, experienced army generals, disciplined army, the latest weapons, then economic strength, and modern means of transport and communication. The British had won the Crimean War and its naval strength was lost, and these were the causes of the failure of the struggle. Now, consequences and or effects of the struggle in 1857. They shook the foundation of the British power in India. The British Parliament was forced to take over the affairs of India by passing the Government of India Act in 1858. Then they realized that the British power in India was not safe in the hands of the East India Company. The Governor General was designated as the Viceroy of India. A new post of Secretary of State was created to look after the affairs of India. Now, the Queen's Proclamation. Queen Victoria of England issued a proclamation addressing the people of India in 1858. The provisions of the proclamations are no discrimination on grounds of race, religion, caste, and place of birth. Then government jobs on the basis of merit. No interference in the religious affairs. Honoring all the treaties made with the Indian princely states. No annexation of any state in future. Change in the composition of army. The number of British soldiers were increased. English officers were placed at strategic locations. Artillery was kept completely in hands of the British. The army's division was made on the basis of caste. These were the changes. Then, changes in the policy. Non-interference in social and religious matters of the Indians. Then the care was taken so that the Indians did not unite and rebel again. Then policy of divide and rule. Thank you.